Hello, Kenneth. I'm okay. Tired, but okay. Just working on the house. Got to go get plexiglass tomorrow to put in the windows. A little more expensive than I thought it was going to be, but that's okay. I saved money on other stuff. How are you and Papa? Been a long day, long 2 days. Kenneth, you see my new video? You'll probably laugh your butt off. That's funny, Kenneth. Yeah, we're doing all right. I cook community meal. I do a 6-week rotation for where Bonnie works. They have a community meal. So lo and behold, needless to say, it's a 2-day event for me. So needless to say, I'm tired. How did you make out with your... Hang on, Kenneth. I have a little problem with my phone. Do this. Hi, Jan. How are you? Yeah, I'm kind of beat tonight. I cook community meal for 60 people, so it's a 2-day event for me getting everything ready, but it got done. And yes, I vlogged it, so. How's John doing, Jan? Why? What happened yesterday, honey? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Know about them. I had a bad one last night. That's why I went to bed early. I had a hell of a banger. Hi, Carla. So yeah, Bonnie goes back tomorrow to work, and I can get some of the stuff I need to do here. Now that they cut the plexiglass right, all I need to do is take the windows out, put them on the counter, pull all the stuff out of it, put the windows, seal them back in, put them back in. Anybody wants to come up, they're welcome to.
Hey, Amber Ann.
Hi, Amber Ann. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I just told Bonnie that before I came on. It's going to be interesting to see which way the storm goes. So once it gets a little tighter on both sides, he'll be able to run the numbers. It's not exact, but it'll give me a rough guesstimate of where that's going to roll. You know?
Right.
So I'm like, yeah, plexiglass. And it's funny because when I was doing the porch, right, moving stuff around there, I accidentally bumped the plexiglass that was in the window closest to the kitchen. They sealed 3 sides, the sides and the bottom. The top, not even sealed.
Damn, they're already sitting in the power trucks down south.
Yeah, I saw that. It already came up on my unit. So I'm like, yep, that works. Just got home working on glass.
Yep, they're all meeting up in Orlando and going to wait and see where it goes, and then they're going to head down south.
Yep. We have a thing up here called Ashland, and that's what they do. I have their website thing that the guy gave me. It's kind of private, but you know, I told him, look, I'm a storm chaser, so I'd like a heads up long before. So long story short, the website and the thing just went off for them to be ready to head down south.
Yep. So, I mean, if they're already maneuvering power trucks, I think it's going to hit harder than they're expecting.
They never tell you the truth.
No.
I learned that from our weather and whatnot. And like I said, I'm self-taught. I've been 16. Everything I could get my hands on, books and everything else, that's what I did. I read. Most of the time, they're wrong. So it's like, okay, that works. Did you see the video I put up?
I mean, there is absolutely no way that these two storms are going to run parallel to each other, side by side, in the warm water of the Gulf and coming from the warm water from Africa, and just being
Atlantic,
one.
Because it's the water in Virginia Beach is 5 degrees warmer than it was last year. That's a lot of heat.
Exactly.
A lot of heat.
There's no way it's going to hit at just a one. Not going to happen.
I'll keep an eye on you as much as I can.
Yeah, same here.
Never sealed whoever owned this never sealed the window. We didn't even know it until I was out there. And like I said, I went to grab a box and the other box went to fall. So I went like this to hold box. And I'm like, okay, push the other back. I put this one down and look, and I go like this, and the glass and the plexiglass is moving.
Oh my gosh.
I'm like, these idiots. Well, that's why I told Bonnie that. I said, you know, we don't have a lot of money by no means, but we can kind of get everything the way I need to get it, just piece by piece. And that's exactly what we've been doing for the last 6 months, piece by piece.
Right.
I did a community meal. I'm glad it's 6 weeks rotation.
That was a big one.
John.
Hey, John.
How are you?
What are you working on now?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, hey, Susan.
Hey, Susan.
Hang on, I want to change something out here.
All right.
Oh, I can do it with you here. There we go. That's better. That's why I can see the chat on my phone. No, I mean, we've done it piece by piece. I can go out. This weekend, I can use the back stairs, and I can whatchamacallit there. They'll only take them a day. Carl and Michael paint the door, and with the heat, it'll dry quick. With the fans, take less than about 3 hours. That whole thing will be dry.
Mm-hmm.
And then all I got to do is call Anthony back and have them put the whatchamacallit in. Have him put in the white rose chandelier, and then that's done.
Dan, your Boston Terriers are so cute. I love all your glass work.
A couple of hummingbirds.
Adorable. And yeah, hummingbirds, I want to see those. I still need to order my feather.
Hummingbirds, there they go. Right? Yeah,
Susan, I
Karen.
really hate that
For me and whatnot.
That is so
For me
sad.
and
I'm
whatnot,
so
Karen,
sorry.
this one not bad. It was only for, so this one was real easy. Real easy for me. You know, it is what it is. What's on your agenda for tomorrow?
Who?
For us?
You.
Me?
So Matt, you like my opening? You.
Yep.
Piddling around in the yard, cutting down bushes I don't want. They're getting on my nerves. I'm tired of weed eating around them.
So Matt, did you see my opening? You like my opening?
Yes, I did. That was
That's
was
funny as
interesting.
hell.
I had a
Yeah.
feeling that would come to your
Funny as
mind.
hell. I get a little weird sometimes. I think that's what I'm going to do is some of my new albums.
Mm-hmm.
So that works.
Hey, Jan. Hey,
So you're going live tomorrow. Hey Dan, you're going live tomorrow.
Yeah, I am.
Okay. I should be back in time. If I'm not, I'll be in the chat. I have my
That's-
phone.
That's fine.
I got smart. I finally charged this all the way up.
Susan, actually, no, I still got 3 more to go. We'll just have to wait and see. We're not parking in the driveway where the 2 trees are left. We're going to move the vehicles over to
Yeah,
the
I
other
wouldn't
end
do
of the
that.
house where they're not by trees and just leave them be. Wish for the best.
Yep. Like I said, interesting to see the bigger one, if it will swallow that tropical depression.
Yeah.
But the problem with that is watching the barometric pressure for both and try to guesstimate to see how far it drops.
Yeah, this one, I don't know. This one looks like it may develop into some crazy mess. I mean, like I said, you're hearing
See
my
what
message
happens.
going off. We're all communicating and deciding what we're going to do and where we're going to meet. And
I turn my notification off because of that reason, because they're going nuts with it. So it's like, turn it off. Carly, do you have a NOAA weather radio down there with you?
not with me. I keep meaning to get one, but I just haven't. I probably will eventually. But between
The
you and the
reason
search
why
and
I
rescue
haven't-
people, I keep up to date.
You know, worried about. I have a handheld. God forbid your power really goes sideways on you. The handheld is an older, it's a programmable, but the battery will last for like 4 straight with it being on. So what I'll do is I'll put it in the box. I'll send it to you, and I'll send you the program run with it. This way you have it. It'll clip right on your belt, or you can stick it in your back pocket or whatever you do with it.
Oh, that'd be
This way
awesome.
you have it. Hey, Tim, how are you? Hey, Andy, how are you? But I'm I'm doing all right. I can't, complain. It is what it is. It is what it is.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Jan and John, how come you didn't go on the live last night? What happened to that? Yeah, I'm not staying on late tonight because Bonnie's got to get up in the morning, so we go to bed about 11.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, that works. Well, it's been a long day for me the last 2 days, especially cooking for 80 people. That's like crazy. But again, it's 6 weeks.
Yeah, don't mind me. I'm just working on some.
Agriventure TV. Yeah, I'm. That's a me and whatnot. I watch your live tomorrow. I'll pop in a few lives, but I got a lot of editing to finish here, and I just got to get it done. I will text you later, and then Matt, I figured out a way with the copyright.
Oh, okay.
Figured it out. Well, actually, I didn't figure it out. Bonnie figured it out. We both figured it out. But
See, you're a smart team.
Hey, Dan.
Hi, Dan.
Hey, Dan. How are you? Dan, are you at work? I
Sorry
would
to hear
assume
that.
probably.
Hello, Agriventure TV.
That's going to drive me nuts.
I'm sorry.
It's all right. That's why I turned mine off, because mine's loud pitch whistle. It would blast your ear. I'm like, no, turn it off. Turn it off.
Oh.
3 more hours. All right, be safe. So that works. Kind of works out well.
Dan, only 180 minutes left.
Okay.
Hey, everyone. How
You
is
were
it?
phasing in and out. You were there and all of a sudden it disappeared again. We're all
What?
right. I said, we're all right. You were in the basement. All of a sudden you just disappeared again. It's my computer too. My computer, I think, the new one is possessed. The old one is dead.
Same way with mine. I've got to go and see if I can't figure out what to do about getting another one.
Good night, Crystal.
I called.
Mine is gone. I got everything.
Good night, Crystal.
I called.
Mine, the thing. I find everything off it with the thumb drives, and then it's gone. I can't even power it up. It's dead.
Well, I found out today. That Toshiba don't even make computers no more.
No. The one on now, I pay $38 a month for it.
Yeah.
And it's a brand new HP.
What brand?
And
What
the
brand
other-
is yours?
It's an HP. It's Hewlett Packard.
Mm.
So is what it is. You know, is what it is. All right, John, have a good night. Yeah, I'm not staying on too long. I'm got some things I gotta finish. I just figure I finish up the night here. Too long a day. Too long.
All
Too
right,
many
good night,
days.
John.
How are you?
I called Office Depot today, and they told me that the cheapest one they got's over $500.
Yep. That's why I couldn't afford a new one. That's why I actually made payments on it. Yeah, Dan, this one here is a bigger screen, Dan. It's got better computing power. It's got a higher hard drive in it. It's got better load capacity to hold on to my files. And what I can do is what I programmed it to do. Any of the stuff that I do that I don't want, I can just one click and it dumps it. I don't have to go all the way through the files. I don't know, Dudley. No idea if Dell is still around.
That's the reason why I'm having to use my phone for everything.
How are you going to do school?
Well, I'm having to wait until I get a PC before I can even do that.
Yeah, Susan's right. The money you put to your laptop, you bought it.
To what now?
Susan said with the money that you put into your old laptop, you could have bought a new one.
Well, I
No,
called off.
I actually got this one from Aaron's, and the only reason why I got it so cheap is because we've been dealing with them for years. So I'm a Go Club member. $38 a month. I pay for 19 months. Fine.
I know Office Depot said that they got a 6-month plan that I can go on, and I can have it paid for in 6 months.
Yeah, you can do it that way.
And I said, well, is there a way that he could transfer the stuff that's on my old one over to the new one? And he said, we can, but it's gonna cost you, like $40 per thing that they put on. As I said, I got my electronic ebook and I've got other stuff on there too. So.
That but yeah, it's going to be interesting to see exactly how far this storm is going to end up coming up or not coming up. And the only way I'll be able to run the numbers and know exactly where it's going to go here is when it gets to Virginia. That's as close as I can get. And that's like really on the edge.
Yeah. these two running parallel to each other, I have a feeling they're just going to feed each other.
That makes me nervous. And the only way I'll be able to do that is over the top of my satellite, right? I'll use Geos to 16 when it comes in, and then I'll go to Geos 12, and I'll be able to run the numbers through that, and it'll give me, it always gives me 3 packs. And usually
Right.
the one that's in the red is usually the right one. So, but I won't be able to do that for another at least 12 hours. Hey, Roy and Becky, how are you? Yeah, it's going to be really interesting. And this is what's weird about it, because this has been a really bad season to begin with, and we got to go all the way to November. This is going to be a long, late summer.
When are you leaving, Dan, to go down to South Carolina?
Exactly.
Dudley, Techno is working on homework.
Homework.
Yeah, homework for college. How long are you going to be down there,
Carly,
Dan?
you know who that is?
Oh, Casey.
Casey. That lady there that I talked to, she printed the small shirt for Casey, and she sent it to me. She should be here in a couple days. So, yeah, it'd be really interesting to see. And that's Bonnie. I told her that. I said, they're lucky down there because they have a small backup generator, but it doesn't work for the elevator. But it does work for the safety lights. As far as I know, Dudley, he is taking Spanish. Hey guys, listen, down on the bottom of the screen, if you want to request a song from either Matt or I or Carla for next Tuesday's WMAD radio, you can request a song there at PiBirdRadioMAD@gmail.com.
Woot. Schoolboy, what's he taking? What?
I know he's taking Spanish, but I don't know what his major is.
Something about communications and marketing of like tourists. I don't know. Something about marketing and advertisement and whatever. Oh God, Susan, nobody needs to have that kind of assault on their ears to hear me sing. You want to hear me sing Go Kick a Cat, and it's about the same thing.
Kick a cat?
Oh, Dad. Yeah, Go Kick a Cat.
Go kick a cat?
Yeah, that'd be like me singing, just go kick a cat, and there you go. About the same thing.
Yeah. Karen, I'll check with her.
D. Yeah, it's about right. About it. Yep, there you go. Yeah, nobody needs to hear me sing. No.
Hey, Elsewhere, how are you? Long time no see. How you been?
All right, have fun, Dan.
Dan, have a good night. Be careful. Talk to you soon. Yeah, I'm going Saturday down to the farmer's market, and I'm taking Karen's little boyfriend with me. I'll have him Friday and hopefully till Sunday, not Saturday. Hey, Weekend RVing, how are you?
Susan, I got my HP that I'm on. It's the Realtree Camo Edition HP. I've had this thing about 3 years. No problem. Bought it at Walmart.
I mean, that's why I said we went through Aaron's because we bought a lot of stuff early on with Aaron's, right? And
Right.
we're a Go Club member. I don't have to fill out paperwork anymore or anything. I just called Mary Ellen. I said, look, I need a computer. I need it for streaming. I need it to where it's not going to drop out of me. So I'm like, okay. So she's like, yep. How much, blah, 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 this is what's going to cost. I went in, I put $38 down on it. My next payment is not due until next month.
Nice.
Simple, easy. This is a bigger screen, better camera, 1080 HP. I can run where I couldn't run the other one. Yeah, I turned my computer on this morning. I got the last of the files off of it onto the thumb drive, and then the screen of death came up black.
Oh,
Gone.
no.
Called John. John goes, that's it, Bubby. He says, it's gone. He says, so you know what? You live by default. He goes, give it a toss over the fence. I'm like, no, I don't want to pollute the water. So I'll put it in the box. I'll send it down to you and John. You can take it out to the range and do some target practice with it.
Dude, I'm going to seriously vlog that. I'm going to be like RIP Bob's computer, and I'm going to totally vlog it for you. So going to do it.
Should put a beer and a lit cigarette down by it. Any last words?
Dude, I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll do it.
Any last words? Put a blindfold over it or something, you know. Dudley, I'm not sure.
I'll go get
12 hours more.
I'll go get a mask and put on it and be like last words and put a beer and a cigarette there. I'll do it.
No, actually, Karen, she's 3 weeks pregnant. So it's a little girl. So, yep, gonna be grandpa again. Now I'm really old.
Is she gonna get her tubes tied this time?
Oh, hell yeah. Either that or I'll turn him from a rooster to a hen.
Right? It's like, damn, dude, get off her.
She's like, well, we use protection. I'm like, yeah, no. It's like, okay, you know what? I'm not going to get upset over it. You know, is what it is. But yeah, she's already talked to her doctor about that. I'll explain that to you later.
All right.
Have you ever noodled for catfish, Carla?
I tried it once and caught an eel, and the eel decided it was going to try and wrap around my arm, and it freaked me out, and I've never done it since. I think I walked on water to jump back into the boat, and so I'm good. No, I'm absolutely never going to do that again. That was creepy and weird, and no, I'm good.
I live with a friend of mine in Maryland for the summer, and that's him and I used to go crabbing with chicken necks.
Right?
Falling down off the wall, pull them right up. If it was a female, it went back. If it was blue, it went in the bucket.
Yep. As long as they don't have the round dome and their claws ain't red tipped, you're good.
You're good. Yep. That's like my brother the one day there, he bought this soft shell crab, didn't know how to cook it. If that was the case, why did you buy them? He says, because I knew you were going to cook them. I'm like, really? Dude. You know? It's like, yeah, okay, this works. Yeah, you and me both, man. Not doing that. Jan, does John have to work tomorrow? So yeah, it'll be about 12 hours before I start getting a perfect picture of those two storms. So
Right.
by tomorrow, what is it, 10:30? So by anywhere between 10:30 and 11 o'clock tomorrow morning, I'll start seeing what the numbers are, and I'll push it in the formula, and we'll see what happens. It's no guarantee. I'm not perfect either.
All right. For the guys that are wondering what I was talking about, the round dome on the blue crab, here is how to tell the difference between the male and the female crabs.
Females have red tips.
That's the difference in blue crabs between the male and the female.
Female.
You
Yep.
don't want to keep the females. You want to throw them back because they can only breed once or twice in their lifetime. Usually only once.
Yep.
You definitely want to throw them back.
Yep. That's what he taught me. He goes, the red tip, he says, you pull them up. He says, take them off. He says, drop them back over the wall.
Yep.
So, yeah. You don't get that up here. You don't dare eat the fish out of the Hudson River, especially with PCPs.
No.
You'd have to go way north on the Hudson, above GE. But from GE Waterford, when they dumped all the PCPs in the river, all the way down to New York City, you don't need them. I mean, they're great
kind of
and
do,
whatnot
don't
to
they,
fish.
Karen? Yeah, no, you don't eat the fish up there. No. Not that.
You know how I like clams? I like the mahogany clams.
Yeah.
Can't get them. All of them come from China. They can't get them.
They come from where?
China.
Of course.
So we have the steamer clams, and we have the other ones. So, I only eat 6. Yep. It's the other night. I had 6 of them with some lemon and some garlic butter. I had a salad and some bread. Makes a good meal.
My favorite clam is the gooey duck clam because the flavor's amazing. But cleaning them, the whole time I'm cleaning them and processing them, I'm laughing like an immature idiot because it's so wrong.
Because, the first time I saw a video, and Bonnie goes, what are you laughing about? I said, the clam looks like it has a pea.
It does.
She's
no
like, what?
Joke, it
I
does.
turned around. She's like, oh my God. She goes, that's gross. I'm like, yeah, that's why we don't eat them.
I
And
love
it's funny
gooey duck though. Oh.
In Maine, they're a big delicacy.
The gooey
In
duck?
Maine, they're a big. Yep.
They
That
bring them
and
over
also
from
out-
Washington, Maine?
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. Also
That's
in
expensive.
Ducks, or as we call them, geoducks.
Right? Yeah, I was a total idiot the first time I ever saw it. I was like, what the heck is a geoduck? And they're like, it's a gooey duck. And I'm like, no, it's not. It's geo.
Gooey duck. It's gooey.
But if
Yeah,
y'all don't
feel
know,
bad.
I'm telling you what, cleaning a gooey duck clam, you feel so dirty and you laugh like an idiot because you got to rub the outside with salt. And it's just wrong. I'm just telling you, it's wrong. I'd show a picture, but I don't want to offend anybody.
No, don't do that here.
Because it gets, no. Oh, God.
It's funny because they're considered a delicacy, but as they go from where they are in Washington, and they ship them. The further they night, Karen. You know, hey Patrick, how are you? So yeah, you know, and it is. I mean, the price of everything is going through the roof,
Good night,
massively
Karen.
going through the roof. You know,
Foxy,
so
the gooey duck, yeah, they are a very mild flavor. They're not very briny like the northern or the northeastern clams, or even like the southeastern clams. They're not as briny and they don't have that oceany flavor. They're very mild flavor, but I'm telling you now, they're just, you know what? I'm not going to show a picture because I don't want to offend anybody, but just go to Google, hit images, and look up gooey duck clam. I'm telling you now, you'll thank me later.
Yep. So yeah,
It's just wrong.
it's expensive.
Oh, they're
We have
very
a great-
expensive.
We have a great seafood department up in Market 32. I mean, anything and everything that you could possibly want, they can get. Other than gooey ducks, guy says, "Look, we can have these, but you're going to pay through the nose for it." He says, "That's crazy."
Oh yeah, they are not cheap. I'm lucky. I've got friends that live up there in near Seattle. So I'm lucky they can go down to Pike Place Market to the seafood market right there, and they can get them at cost, and then they pack them in ice and ship them to me. So I'm lucky. I get real lucky.
We have a fresh seafood market that's in Albany, and that's what they do. They go to Boston every morning early when the ships come in, and they just, because they supply the restaurants, but if you know the right person, you can get decent deals. So
yeah.
It's like, yeah, they do the market up here, and it's like anything and everything you could possibly want. You wouldn't eat all of it. There's just no way in hell.
And see, I miss that because, like I said before, I think y'all remember, like I told y'all months ago, that, you know, I grew up with my parents owning a commercial fishing company. So it was like, you know, I loved when we would come in with our boats, or if I was in school, I couldn't go out, but when our boats come in, and we would all, before we would sell at the market, we're all trading off stuff. And it's like, oh, well, I didn't get any shrimp. You got shrimp, and we trade like some of our fish for their shrimp and blah, blah, blah. And loved it.
It's funny because where Bonnie and I lived in Lantana, Florida, they had the Lady K would go out 5 miles, they fish and come back. So that's basically what we do, because if the people weren't taking them, the guys on the boat would fillet them, put them in a bag, and you just hand them a couple bucks. I ate more fish down there, brown rice, vegetables, fruit. Total different environment down in Florida to eat than it is up here.
Oh, Lord, yeah. Oh, Lord, yes, in a heartbeat. And the biggest debate is our spiny lobster versus the Maine and North water lobster. Everybody's got their favorite, and there is no in between. There is no, oh, I love both, or I'm okay with either. It's you either like the Maine or you like the spiny. There is no in between. There's no middle ground.
And I've had both, and I like the Maine.
See, and I've had both, and I like the spiny.
Spiny, yeah.
Dudley,
So it
come on
is.
down. I've got 8 gallons.
What I want to make when it gets cooler here, I'm going to start making some homemade clam chowder. But I like the Manhattan, not the New England.
See, I like the New England. I don't like the but I don't like tomato based.
Right.
I
So
love
that's me. It's not that I won't eat New England. Like, I like fish chowder. I made a video on fish chowder. I love fish chowder. Okay, but for me and whatnot, being in New York, I like the Manhattan clam chowder. I've always had.
Dudley, honestly, if it was legal to ship, I'd send you some.
So you never had scallops? Scallops are really good, but I like to see that's like me. I like the linguine and clam sauce, but I also like the base scallops in the white clam sauce put over top of linguine.
Oh God,
Total
yeah.
different flavor.
Our scallops
different
down
flavor.
here that we get, they're big and fat, and they're so good.
What I like
I
doing
bet
is
you really
is-
miss it here.
Yeah. The big skeleton one that used to wrap in pre-cooked bacon, sear them on both sides, right? Put them right in there and put them underneath that broiler.
Yes, that's what's up.
You
A
know,
little touch of lemon, a
It's
little
funny,
touch of garlic, and white wine.
there was a restaurant that was just around the corner where Bonnie worked. They closed because of the COVID,
Good
and
night, Dan.
they're not open. They're not opening. They closed
Oh,
permanently.
that's awful. Look at what Foxy said. Oh God, that girl, she's so funny.
Never wrap a date in bacon. Yeah, that's really Patrick. Patrick lives 45 minutes from the coast and he eats seafood.
It's not for everybody. I'll admit it's not for everybody.
You know, it's funny because everybody up here is, oh, salmon fillets, and oh, you know, you do it on wood and you cook it like this, or you do this, or stuff it. Nope. I'm sorry, I'm not. I like salmon, the salmon chunks that come from Washington State, and I love making salmon cakes out of it. Everything else just does not compare to that. Not even close.
No, they don't, but I like doing my grilled salmon, but I got to do it a certain way. I don't do the whole, oh, I'm going to put it on a board and all this crap. And I just think it ruins the flavor. But I do mine very simple with a little bit of olive oil, a little bit of salt, pepper, a very small touch of garlic, and a little bit of lemon. Done.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's so good.
I've had salmon, and even like we've gone, Bonnie and I've gone to events where they've served salmon, you know, all the other stuff with the hollandaise and the whole. Just not me. Do not like it. You
No,
know,
it's too
people
heavy.
are like, you're
It's
gonna
too
eat
much.
straight off on their plates. Here you go.
Well,
And then,
and
of
you know,
course,
my
you have the waitress that always comes back and sees the empty plate and go, would you like another plate? No, thank you.
see, my whole thing with salmon, it has such a light, delicate flavor. To cover it up with all that sauce, you lose the quality of the salmon. You lose it.
Salmon.
It
Yeah.
just gets lost.
I mean, I can cook it. I cook it very well. I mean, my biggest thing I love is tuna steaks. Always love tuna steaks.
Oh God, Bob, I've got to. Oh man, I wish it was so legal to ship this stuff. Yellowfin tuna.
Yeah, well.
Oh my God. And Dudley, yes, I
Yeah,
like
see,
shark.
Matt. Yep, and
But it's
Matt
gotta be
says smoked
cooked.
salmon and an apple. Yeah, but I'm not a big fan of salmon unless it's salmon chunks make. Just not, Ben. You know, it is what it is. It just that's like I watch people, they make salmon cakes online with like canned salmon. I'm like, ew,
Oh,
no,
No,
that's
no,
gross.
no.
Yeah,
I will
you
never
know, Ryan,
buy
never
salmon
smoked
and
salmon.
tuna. No.
Never try to smoke a salmon. Never can get it lit.
See, that's my problem with snorting coke. The ice cube's getting away. I can't do it. I tried it.
Getting
It
away.
don't work.
Nope.
They keep getting stuck
I
in my
always
nose.
have problems with that. Cod cake. See, they do that up here, Patrick. Have you ever
I
had
like cod
bacala?
cake.
Do you know what bacala? Do you know what bacala is?
Who?
You ever had
Yeah.
bacala? Do you know what that is?
Yeah.
And then it's a big thing up here on when we go to for Easter, for Lent. That's all you saw up here. Well, not so much now, but back when I was younger. And basically, what it is salted codfish that you soak and then they cream it over
It's
potatoes. That was a
interesting.
big staple up here, especially with the Irish. Especially with the
Yeah.
Irish.
It's interesting. Not one of my favorites.
No, I make it because my parents don't cook that on. Her dad, she's older, so like once in a while, I get a deal on the salted cod. That's what I do.
Yeah.
I soak it, get all the salt out of it, cut it up, boil it, right? Take it out, drain it, make a cream sauce, put it in it, make potatoes, put it in a container, and take it down to them.
That's nice of you. Heck yeah,
Yeah.
Dudley. Yeah, Matt, we do have a bonefish grill. We have one in Daytona. I think there's at least one in Orlando, maybe two. And then again, there's one in Daytona, and I believe there's one in Gainesville, and they keep threatening to put one in over here in Ocala, so we'll never know. We'll see. But yes, they're
See what happens.
oh God, yes.
We had a place called the Great Seafood Company, was out on Wolf Road. They've been there since I can remember, probably good 30 years. And the guy that owned it retired, the son took it over and he sold it, and now it's a bar.
Nice.
They don't even do seafood here anymore. You know, oh, that's a lot of them up here. They have family-owned restaurants, and the kids had no interest in taking them over. So they would sell them off. People would buy the property, they tear down the restaurant, and build condos.
Nice.
You know, so that was like Emmett. Emmett's was, I remember when I was a kid going to Emmett's. Emmett's was like a mom and pop, like you would go to somebody's house and sit down at the kitchen table and have dinner. You know, Emmett's was family run. All the food was phenomenal. And they closed, and then what did they turn them into? Carpet.
Oh, geez.
You know, so everything here, like Troy now, if you follow the way that Alabama there, where the big college is, Tuscaloosa, you follow their timeline, the way they built that is the same way that Troy is going. They're about 2 years behind where Tuscaloosa was at this time. Everything has become all about college and college dorms and apartments. And I mean, you have RPI, which is one of the biggest tech schools in the world, you know, engineering schools. So money, stupid money coming out the wazoo. So that you have the other college there. It's a women's college that I've logged. You know, so now that whole area has become like brownstones they rehabbed, and case in point, the last video I did with the walk, Starbuck Island, 1-bedroom apartment, $1,800 a month.
Jeez. Dudley, Bonefish Grill, each a little more expensive than Red Lobster prices.
I don't like Red Lobster. I do not like Red Lobster. Never have. Not my favorite place.
I'm okay,
Spoiled. I just cook.
but I prefer Joe's Crab Shack. But neither one of them compared to Home Done.
We had one here. It was open for about a year and closed. They were too pricey.
What, Joe's? Yeah, they're not cheap.
Yep, they didn't do well here. They put another one in it, and I can't even remember the name of it. It did well because it was new, and about 6 months, 8 months later, they were closed.
The shiny new toy syndrome wore off.
Same with Krispy Kreme. Krispy Kreme came up here. It was like in news, and everybody stood beside it. It went for about a year, and then it fell right off. You know, so
Matt, our
yeah,
Joe's
Foxy
Crab
Wolf,
Shack,
either mine.
it's in Daytona, and it's at the end of the pier, and you can sit either inside or you can sit outside on the pier at the ocean and have dinner. So whenever you come down, we're going to Joe's. And then I'm going to take you to my favorite place in Daytona. Well, it's technically in Ponce Inlet. It's called the North Turn. And the North Turn restaurant is where the North Turn of the original Daytona NASCAR race was. And it's the whole inside is done with the history of the original Daytona race. And it's got like the old cars and pictures on the walls. I mean, it's fabulous. So I'm taking in the North Turn.
Yep. It is. I mean, for me, more than that stuff, you know, I mean, for me, I think for me is I'm my own worst enemy because they cook so well. And Bonnie,
Right.
I'll tell you a true story. We went out to celebrate our anniversary in one of these places where it pinky out when you drink the champagne type thing. And I ordered this steak dinner. And I got up. She says, "Don't you dare!" And I went marching in that kitchen. I went, "Who cooked this?" And this guy goes, "I did." I said, "Where did you learn to cook?" He says, "Well, I went to John Wales to cooking school." I said, "I think you would want your money back." So the manager came back. So I kind of bumped. I told him, like, "Can I cook here?" And he's like, "Yeah, watch me. I made exactly the way it should be." Manager went over, took a piece of it, took a bite, and goes, "Do it his way." That guy was pissed. Bonnie's like, "I am never going to dinner with you." Nope. And that's the last time we went out to a place where they put the pinky in the champagne.
Wow.
My own
Dudley,
worst
no,
enemy.
I haven't.
You know, there's a place that I will vlog for you. It's called Valenti's. It's an Italian restaurant, family owned.
Ooh,
I'm a big guy. I have a big appetite, and I cannot finish their meals. No way in hell. End
wow.
up taking a to-go box. Take a to-go box. You know,
That's
it's
the way
like,
it was with me and Amado's in Kingsport.
no,
I do miss Amado's, but they closed down a few years ago, and I cried. Oh,
no.
they had
So
some
yeah,
of the
it's
best
gotten to.
ravioli. Oh,
That's like there's a place here. It's called Dinosaur Barbecue,
uh-huh.
right? And you can take out and do it. I was going to do a review on it, and I had a friend of mine go, "Don't bother." I said, "What do you mean?" He goes, "The portions are so small for the price, right?" He ordered the beef ribs. They gave him two tiny little beef ribs with coleslaw. What else? They give him baked beans, macaroni and cheese, right? $25.
Jesus. No.
No, for $25 for everything that he paid for, and you saw the beef ribs I did in the crock pot.
Yeah.
I could feed at least 6 people easy.
For $25, you better get a whole rack. That's ridiculous.
And I was looking, and they actually cut back on their menu because of it. I mean, I understand that, but for that price, and it's funny because Bonnie will tell you every time I pick her up from work and come home, we have to go up that way to go around the circle. Place is packed. Not as bad as it used to be. Obviously, they have to have seating and it has to be away. So, but I'm like, it's not anything to write home about. I'm sorry. Not happening.
ZX, our Amado's wasn't the same one. Our Amado's that we had, it was actually a family owned. It was a private business, and it was just the one. And his recipes were from his grandmother in the old country in Italy, and they were her recipes. And when he died, the kids did not have the recipes.
Sorry, Susan.
And so they had to find his recipes. And when they did, they couldn't keep up with the business and they closed it down. They quit. They sold it.
Yep. There's a place up here because I like Caribbean food, and the people that own it are from the islands. And I'll tell you, you go in that restaurant, right, and it doesn't look like much, but again, can't judge a book by its cover. You go in there and eat those Caribbean food, I'll tell you what, you're not going to walk away hungry. They do oxtails, they do all sorts of stuff. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I love oxtail. Can't get it up here too often. You don't see it that often. You know, unless you go to like a specialty place or whatever, but you can't get oxtail. What I want to do is get myself a pressure cooker and be able to do oxtail in it.
Yeah, we can get oxtail really easy down here.
I can get conch here because I've actually made conch fritters. When I lived in Florida, when I lived down near Boca, there was a place I worked at and I made conch fritters. Depends on how it's served, Foxy. Depends on how it's cooked. I like oxtails with mustard greens. Buffalo chili. Now that's good. It's not a bad thing. Carla, do you know if Catfish Dewey is still in business? It's down by Boca. You don't know.
I think it is. I can look. Hang on.
I'm just wondering because, I mean, it was still in business when Bonnie and I were down there, but that's almost 20 years ago.
What was the name again?
Catfish Dewey's.
Catfish. Was it in Fort Lauderdale or Boca?
Think it may have been Fort Lauderdale. Don't remember. It's a little too far back for my brain.
The one here is North Andrews Avenue in Fort Lauderdale.
It's still open.
Yes.
Okay. That's all I want to know. Now, any kind of theme restaurant up here, and like I said, it's a new toy. You know, everybody goes flocking to it. You know, then after a while, it just drops right out. There's a place up here, you ready for this, called Scubbers Wings.
That's hilarious.
Yep. And I'll tell you what, they started in Troy, they moved to Colony. The reason why is because they didn't have enough space in Troy. And if you go there on a Friday night or you go there like before Super Bowl, you're going to be standing outside for a good 45 minutes. Easy.
The best Philly cheesesteak we have here is at this little bitty hole in the wall bar. And I mean, when I say little bitty hole in the wall, this bar has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tables.
Yep. There's a place up here called Jessica Stone's. It's a little bar and grill, small little place. They make these things called paper plate pizzas. And they are about the size of a paper plate. And that's what they serve them on is white paper plates. It's probably one of the best pizzas I have ever eaten here. It's one of the best kept secrets in this area.
And Foxy, you were asking about conch. I can get you conch all day long. We can get it when we dive for lobster in the Bahamas. Of course, we can't this year because the Bahamas is close to America. So
If I ever get a chance to get up to Jessica Stone's, I'll go and vlog their pizza. It's like perfect crust, perfect toppings, perfect sauce. I mean, everything is perfect. But it's a little
Nice.
hole in the mom and pop little bar and grill. It's not that big.
But yeah, we can't dive for conch this year because the Bahamas is closed right now for Americans, and conch season is, I want to say it's coming up in about a week or two. Now, there are conch down in the Keys, but the red tape on conch diving is a little rough. So it's kind of hard to get conch in the Keys, but we can try and get some when we go lobster dive.
That's like up here. I'm lucky. There's a place up here that actually they ship it, but it's from somewhere down in Florida. But it's the conch fritter batter. It's already made. All you got to do is just scoop it out and drop it in the oil. But you better get there when they get a case because it does not last long. You're lucky if it lasts maybe an hour. Once everybody knows it's out in that cooler, it's gone.
Yeah. Florida oysters aren't in season yet. Florida oysters, and it's the same with the South Carolina oysters. Anywhere below the start of the North Carolina line, anywhere below that, your oyster season is not going to start until September.
Yep. Yeah, I like mussels, Patrick, but I like them with butter and white wine sauce.
Yeah, same.
You know,
Any other way, and I don't like them.
no,
And they're too easy to overcook. That's the only thing I don't like them. Once those shells start to open, you're done. Get them off the heat.
that's why I have a steamer pot, honey.
Same. I steam mine.
Best investment I ever made was getting that little puppy.
Same with the oysters. Once that shell starts to open, you're done. Get them off the heat.
Yep.
You're done.
That's like up here when we used to have like the Ford retirees picnic, or they would have whatever. There was a place up here that had a raw bar, right?
Yeah.
Where they would the oysters, or they shuck the raw clams. Cut them out with the knife. You go like this, open them, right, half shell, hot sauce.
Yep.
Down it went. Sorry, folks, for those who have a weak constitution stomach. I love roy oysters. I always have. The last time I went out with Bonnie last year when we went out for our anniversary, and they had roy oysters. So I'm sitting there with her, and I got 4 or 5 on my plate, put hot sauce. All of a sudden, I happened to look over, and I had 3 or 4 people that were turning green. It was funny.
Oh, wow. I've got to where I prefer mine steamed. I get mine steamed medium, but I will do half shell, but I prefer mine steamed.
If you look, they're way back in Carpetbag and went with his wife. There's some place that they go and they roast the oysters, right? So you sit downstairs and basically the floor is just oyster shells, crushed. But they barbecue them or they do whatever. And I thought to myself, God, I don't remember where it was, but I'm like, I need to get to that place. That's on my bucket list.
When we have our big oyster roast, we build our fire, and then we have stacks of cinder blocks on the side of the fire, and we put a big metal sheet across the top. We dump the oysters out, cover them with soaking wet burlap, and then we have potatoes, onions, carrots, the little ears of corn, the chunks of the sausage. We throw all that in there, dump it out on the table, and chow down.
That's like me. I like mud bugs, right? You can get them up here, but they're frozen. every time I go and get them and I make etouffee out of it, always get the same look when I put it up to go pay for them. People look at them and look at you and they're like, "You eat those?" Well, no, I'm going to go home and play with them. You know, it's like real.
Hell yeah. But the only thing I don't like about crawfish, don't ask me to suck the head. I can't. I will rip the tail part off, eat the tail. I'm good. That's where my shit ends with those. I'm done.
That's funny.
I see them over there and they're sucking the back of the head, and I'm like, no.
I thought you were a Southern girl.
No,
No, Louisiana. Eh?
no, I ain't
It's
Cajun.
funny because up here, you don't get restaurants that really make Creole food. We had
Shut up,
one.
Matt.
What did he say?
Shut
Oh,
up,
okay.
Matt.
Never mind. I figured it out. Shut up, Matt. But it burned down, and they never reestablished here. But we're in business. That Creole food, God, it was like unbelievable.
Hey, Matt,
Yeah.
it could be worse. I could be telling you to go play with a gooey duck.
We should send him then a box, a gift for him in dry ice, and play with the gooey duck.
Oh, I may have to do that. Here you go, Matt. Rub it with salt.
Rub it
Don't
with
forget to
salt.
pull the skin off.
We'll even show you how to prepare it.
Pull off his little body condom.
That's funny,
Oh, I'm terrible.
aren't we? What is that? What's that line from the Mad Max? Oh yeah, aren't we a pair of raggedy man?
Right?
I am not doing a vlog on a gooey duck. Cold day and
I'll do it. I'll do a vlog on the gooey duck, but you're going to see me pause a lot because I'm laughing too hard like a freaking idiot.
I get stupid with it. That would be my problem.
I cannot. There is absolutely no way that I can clean a gooey duck and not laugh and that immature middle school idiot come out. I can't do it. I cannot do it.
Mine would be holding in my crotch going, "Hey, baby, you want a party?" See?
I'm telling you, y'all gonna. I'm gonna do this. I will do it. But again, I'm gonna giggle like a fool the whole time. I cannot keep a straight face while I'm doing it.
That's funny.
I cannot.
Really funny.
I can't do it.
That is funny. All right, dear. I got to get Bonnie to bed. I got to get her up and off to work tomorrow.
All righty.
What I'll do is I'll do the update. I'll look for the updates at 10:30 tomorrow. What time are you going to be back in the house doing whatever you're doing after you're outside?
Probably around 11 noon-ish. Susan,
All right.
yes. Can we? Let's go. Dude. Butt drugs.
But
She did a vlog on butt drugs. I swear I could not.
hey,
I
all about
was giggling the whole time.
Yeah, and that's the sad thing about up here. And after the bit with March and they started closing stuff up here, a lot of the restaurants didn't make it. What I would love to do, and unfortunately I'll have to do it on the down low, as we call it. There's a place called the Whistling Kettle. Good night, Foxy.
Susan, that
anyway,
part had me dying.
I went to go in and vlog, but they won't let me. But I can probably do it from the table, right? Because they have their, and I see this, I understand they have their own brand of stuff and they really don't want people, doing whatever. So, but there's next door is a place called the Bootleggers, right?
Yeah.
I'll go do that. I'll vlog that and go in there for lunch. Unbelievable. The sandwiches, corned beef sandwiches alone, the meat is about this thick.
Nice.
You know, unbelievably to the sandwiches. That's like the Ilium. The Ilium, the guy owned that and the one in Albany. And he, because of the bid with COVID and the restrictions, they closed the one in Troy. Although the guy that owned it there, that's the chef, kind of him and I got into a little tiff.
Yeah.
I'm like, who in their right mind puts hot coleslaw on a corned beef and rye sandwich?
Why would you do that?
I don't know. I told him, I said, you just ruined it perfectly. Well, that's the way we serve it. And I'm like, so how many do you sell without the coleslaw? He goes, pretty much all of them. Well, there you go. Obviously, people don't like hot coleslaw on their corned beef sandwiches.
Why would you do that? Why would you do that?
And it's and the money, because I went and got one and split it in half for Bonnie for a lunch. And I was like, I'll never do. Bonnie's like, that's gross. I'm like, yep, never would do that. I have no idea.
No. Coleslaw has to be cold. Period. That's the end of sentence.
Yep. And it's funny because it's not there anymore, but the building is. It was called Marty Burke's, which was called South End Tavern. To tell you how old this building is, Carla, they have a ladies' entrance. And it says right on the sign, ladies' entrance.
Wow.
So you got to figure how old that building is. But Marty Burke, when Marty died, his son took it over. And then when the son died, the son didn't want it. His son didn't want it. The grandson didn't want it. So they ended up closing. But when the father was alive, they would make their own corned beef. And it was the stringy kind, not the crap you get now in the delis.
Right.
New York style corned beef sandwiches. Oh, dear Lord, they were dying for. There's a place here in Cohoes, not here anymore. They made a sandwich. It was called the Jawbreaker, and the sign said the home of the Jawbreaker. They'd use 3 pounds of ham on this sandwich.
That was on Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives.
Yep.
I saw that. Oh my God, I saw that and I was like, what?
It's a pizza joint now, but even me, I'm like, 3 pounds, Christ, I can make like 20 sandwiches out of that damn thing.
Oh my God, I know, right? Dudley, we had a which too. Those are good.
Which is which?
I love corned beef.
So do I. That's like me. I won't go to a deli here. There's one in Albany, and it's called the Pork Store, and it's all German. They make their own corned beef. I'll get down there one of these days, and I'll go vlog that for you. Unbelievable, the food that comes out of that place.
Wow.
Unbelievable. And it's
I
all
love the
just
New York delis.
all the German food, all the German, like mustards and everything else, they import from Germany.
Damn.
Yeah. Unbelievable food that comes out of that place. We had one here in Troy called Ralph's, ROLF's Pork Store, and they're not in business anymore. They started in 1935.
Damn. That's
Sorry,
crazy.
Susan. Susan, I have some dinner left over. If you want to come up, I'll heat it up for you.
I got some too. You can come visit. I got plenty left over.
All right, so Foxy Wolf says he's got good corned beef in his pressure cooker. So, all right, everybody, we're headed to Foxy Wolf's. See you there in the
That's
morning.
what I'm saying. But she don't like slaw.
No, do you like slaw dogs? Hot dogs with coleslaw?
Only if they're from Gray's Papaya.
Yeah. And it's funny because up here, when we were in a restaurant, I ordered slaw dogs. Lady says, what's that? I said, it's hot dogs with coleslaw on top, which is the southern thing. She brought them out, and I think Bonnie will tell you this, every head in that diner turned around and looked at me like I had 4 heads.
Dude, that's the only way to have them.
Yeah. And they're like, because up here it's Michigan sauce. I told you that. So the little tiny little hot dogs with tiny little rolls with mustard, chopped onions, and Michigan sauce.
I have found a way to cook hot dogs.
Sorry, Susan.
I don't like hot dogs, but John loves them. But I'll take and open the pack of hot dogs and I'll line them up in an oven dish and I bake them at 350 until the tops start turning brown. Then I turn them over and get the other side done. Dude, they're awesome.
That's what I do with the knockwurst, but I do them in a cast iron frying pan in the oven, the way they're supposed to be cooked. You know, there used to be a place up here that used to make the knockwurst out of veal. Oh, nothing like it in the world, and they're not in business anymore either.
Matt, seriously, I'm telling you, try the oven trick.
I told everybody, Pop-Tarts aren't cutting it. Sorry to hear that, Susan. Tomorrow's vlog for me, now that my peaches are soft, I will cut them in half. I'll take the pit out. I'll brush a little olive oil on them. I will grill them. I will put them over vanilla bean ice cream with peach schnapps reduction.
Oh, yes.
And a
Grilled
string of mint.
peaches are the best.
Yep.
Especially if you got a charcoal grill. Holy God.
Yep.
No, Matt, it's crack tarts.
Crack tarts.
It's like crack. You're addicted to it like crack. Crack tart.
Tomatoes in a slaw. There's the lady. Love tomatoes and coleslaw, but I don't do too much up here. It's funny because I have that knuckle buster. So when I make coleslaw, I don't use the thing. I use the knuckle buster just like my grandmother did. Same recipe.
Deadly. There's a restaurant here
Sorry,
that
Susan.
I'm gonna have to take Matt to. And if you ever come back down here, I'm gonna take you to. But it's called Stump Knockers.
Crystal says she's coming to our house. Better have enough. I got plenty of food, lady. No problem at all.
We're gonna go to Foxy Wolf's and have dinner, and we're going to Bob's for dessert.
For dessert.
That's what's
Or
up.
if you don't make it here by for dessert tomorrow morning, we can make omelets. I can make you an asparagus and goat cheese omelet.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Oh, and here comes more rain. Holy crap.
Yeah, see, Foxy, I had a Ninja, and I'm sorry, I'm old school like my grandmother taught me. I have lost a lot of skin on my knuckles from that knuckle buster. Trust me. You know, but that's how I learned. That's what I did.
When I get to the end, when it starts getting small, I'll cram a fork in there and go at it after that. I've peeled the hide off my knuckles and I'm good.
Oh, yeah. And it's funny because the last time I made coleslaw, I wait till I'm almost to the end so I don't crack my knuckles, and I throw it off to the side and Buddy eats it.
Okay, Foxy just totally threw down a challenge. She says, come on, I have a couple corned beefs in the freezer. Okay.
I should be able to fly down there and make it through that wind. It's not tight enough yet. Should
You
be
know
able
what?
to land.
I'm about 4 hours away, Foxy. Be careful what you ask for.
Yeah, and I can fly.
I have Jeep, know how to drive. Hey, we're going to go to Foxy's house with this hurricane. She's got a generator.
Works for me. I have backup batteries. You got tons of them in the pack.
I have so got to get our whole house generator. Oh,
Should get one with propane.
that's what we're doing. We're getting a 500-gallon propane tank, and then we're getting the Generac whole house generator.
Generator. Yeah. I
We're
was
looking at about $13,000.
Yeah, I was looking for one of those up here, And the funny part of it is because I fall under certain guidelines. So
Mhm.
there's a place here called CAPS, right? And they will come in and winterize your house, and they actually have money for those gens. So
Nice.
I can get it through a grant.
See, that's one other thing that we were going to talk about was the generator grant.
I can't believe she has 6 hams. She cooks it in a pressure cooker. That's just wrong in so many ways.
Okay, you know what? We're going to camp out at Foxy's during this storm.
There we go.
She's got a generator, so we're going to go camp out with her. I'll bring
Carla?
the seafood.
Carla, you drink Canadian beer?
I don't drink beer.
Anybody else drink Canadian beer? Because I'll bring it to Foxy's. I'm close to the border.
Yeah, Susan, where you were up there in Tennessee, you need it for the snows when y'all lose power in the snows.
So, all right, guys.
Rain.
Yeah. I'm going to head here. I now definitely got to get her to bed. So
All righty.
I will call you tomorrow about 12:30. Matt, what's on your schedule tomorrow? That's like me with Kabasi, right?
AAA. Oh, Danielle came in. I just now saw her. Oh my God, I'm an idiot. Hi, Danielle.
But Kabasi I use in a cast iron frying pan and put it in the oven until it splits.
Susan, I'm really surprised you're not going with solar.
Yeah, we're doing well, AAA. Sorry to hear that, Susan. Now poor Susan's starving.
I know, we're so mean. Why is it every time we come on your live, we talk about food?
I don't know, because I like to cook.
Who started it this time? It
That would
wasn't
be
you
me.
and it wasn't me. Somebody started it. Who started the food?
Yeah, I ate the last 2 chocolate chip banana muffins tonight that I made. Got to make some more.
Bob,
Yes, ma'am.
middle finger. Just saying.
Is that one of those?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, we had one on ours, the solar system on our RV. Couldn't beat it. It was the best.
We were looking to get solar here on my roof, but they won't. They're not allowed on your roof here unless it's a peak roof, flat roof.
Yep.
They won't do them.
You can't do it on the flat roof because of water damage.
Yep. And it's funny because if I had the money to buy across the street, the guy has it's an acre of land, but it's pretty much straight down. That's exactly what I would have done. Put solar panels with tilts.
On
So
your
they
own
follow.
solar field.
Yep.
Heck yeah.
Yep. That's exactly what I would have done. But unfortunately, he wants too much and all the garbage. And because if I buy it, I'm responsible taking all that garbage and everything off that hill. Yeah.
Not worth it.
You know, no, it's supposed to
Well,
be clean.
Kendra,
And and, you know,
Kendra,
what it
how's
is.
your butt?
She fall down and go boom again.
She fell down the stairs. She got stuck on her flip flop.
Those things are dangerous.
I know. I wear mine all the time. And I've never been a flip flop person until I came here.
I have never worn well, no, I wore sandals, never wore flip flops. When I lived in Florida, I had sandals and I walked mostly everywhere with bare feet unless I went to the store and I put the sandals on. That was it.
The
That's
only
like
reason I don't wander around barefoot, sandbars.
Yep.
Nope, I ain't playing with that.
And like here, like at night, if I take the garbage out, even like if there's a little snow on the ground, I just walk down the stairs, walk down the porch, walk around the corner in bare feet in snow, put it in the garbage can, and walk back up.
I did the same thing in Tennessee. Whenever we actually got snow instead of rain.
Nope. That's the only time I ever did it.
We usually got one snow a year, and it was like maybe a half inch. Now, the funny part is the year we moved here, 3 days before we moved, we got 11 inches of snow. I was like, are you kidding me? So we spent that 3 days playing in the snow like idiots.
Had a friend of mine move in just before Christmas. We got a snowstorm, backed the U-Haul up, pulled the thing out the back, the ramp, and actually used side panels from the big, like 18-wheelers on both sides to keep the snow and the wind out of it to get all the stuff out of the house and into the truck.
Oh, God.
And we took the side panels down, we slid the thing back in, we went to move it, and that was the end of this, because by the time we were done loading everything, there was over a foot of snow on the ground.
Jeez.
I'm like, dude, you know what? We're not going anywhere with this. Let's pull it off to a side street till they plow, and then we can get out of here.
Mm.
That's not good.
No,
Not
that's not
Hey, Susan. Oreo.
yum. She's gonna smack you.
I'm sure she will. I mean, when I go out, like if I go to the store here, I mean, I have to wear my knee brace and my ankle brace and my socks and my shoes. But Bonnie will tell you, the first thing I do when I come home, bring the groceries in, and then I'm running to my room to get those stupid braces off and my socks and my shoes, because I love walking around in bare feet.
Yeah, me too.
You know,
Susan, you two are killing me. Y'all funny.
I'm sorry, Susan. Cookie?
Body
Horrible. He's just horrible.
can't take you anywhere. God.
He can dress me up, can't take me out. That's how that goes.
All right.
The other day, I went out with my daughter. I took Casey, put it on my hand, and we were at the red light. There was a cop right next to us. So he's kind of looking at me. I turned Casey like this, start waving to him. The stupid cop waves back.
No way.
My
That's
daughter's
awesome.
like, I'm going to effing kill you.
Oh, how funny.
Funny. When we had Kira, who's a Great Dane, did I ever show you a picture of Kira?
I think you did.
But anyway, she's a big dog. So we had the Jeep, which was high, so she could, climb in it. So the one day there, I brought her down to work with Bonnie and whatnot because people wanted to see her. So there's a turn. You go straight or there's a turn lane. So we were going straight. The cop is right here in the turn lane. All of a sudden, I roll the back window down, and Kara sticks her head out and looks right over at the cop. That cop did a double take. Thought I had a horse in the back of my truck.
Oh, my God.
It was
Well,
funny.
I had a goat. I had my goat, Diva, the one I showed you the picture of that was looking through the window talking to Lily. I put her in the back seat of my truck because she used to work therapy for kids at like schools and stuff. So I put her in the back of my truck and I had the window down. We were at Walmart while my friend went in shopping, and she had her head out the window. And this little old man, I kid you not, I felt so bad for him, but this little old man, he was on a scooter and he was driving up to the store, and he hit the brakes and he looked and he went, I thought I was drinking. You really do have a goat in your truck. I was like,
Probably
no,
would have
you
been.
take the goat to Walmart.
Jimmy, I would have been on the scooter looking at the damn freaking goat, probably ran into something with the damn scooter. It's
Yeah,
funny.
he
I
was
miss Kira. Kira was a special need. Edgar was a special. Bonnie and I adopted special needs Great Danes at the other house.
Oh,
Here, way too small, yard, not enough, and I live on a second floor. Not with a Great Dane. Bad enough with Buddy, and he's hyper.
right.
So, all right, I'm going to run here, guys. Everybody, thank you for stopping in. I appreciate it. Have a great night. I will see you when I see you. Carl, I'll call you tomorrow.
Alrighty. We'll tag team about this storm. Keep each other informed.
Yeah, I'll run the numbers in the morning. I'll see what comes up or doesn't. Like I said, it depends. If it's not close enough yet, I won't have a definitive. But once it gets up and the one not close to you and the other one gets close, then I can run the numbers on Saturday.
Right.
I should be able to do that. This should be easy enough. All right. We can do that. All right, guys.
Plan.
I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Everybody have a great weekend. Stay safe. If it's going to get bad enough, Carla, I'll go back on Saturday night before BTD and I'll let everybody know basically what's going on.
Okay.
All
Yeah,
right.
because if it does get bad, I won't be here for a while.
Yeah, I'll try to do, like I said, I'll run the numbers in the morning. If it doesn't, if they can go scatter on me, I'll have to wait a few hours and see if I can punch them in again.
If we lose power, I mean, I can charge my phone in the Jeep. That's not a problem. So
Yeah,
I'll
just-
be able to, keep in touch by my phone. So,
Yeah.
but I won't have internet or anything except for on my phone.
Yep. All right. Love you guys. Everybody have a good night. Have a great weekend. We'll talk to you soon.
Love you. Good night.
Love you too.